This video discusses the suction and release of traditional modules. Please correct me if there are any shortcomings. The left side of the above picture shows height of lifting knife. In the left direction, the height of lifting knife for the front 8 hooks of each module, and height of lifting knife for the back 8 hooks of each module, will change dynamically when the Jacquard machine is working. Mainly depending on the deformation of lifting knife, recoverable deformation, and irrecoverable deformation. The irrecoverable deformation can be checked with a distance meter when the machine stops working. If any lifting knife is found to have irreversible deformation, means that the life of lifting knife has expired. Please replace all of lifting knife on this electronic Jacquard machine. The recoverable deformation is more difficult to detect, and the mechanical fluctuation in the real-time online detection data can be evaluated. Please note that larger mechanical fluctuations, which means mechanical shock, will shorten the service life of the electronic Jacquard machine. Please adjust the height of lifting knife appropriately. The right side of the above picture shows the interior of the module, which is mainly composed of electromagnet, spring, moving iron, effective working surface of moving iron and electromagnet, etc. The needle selection mechanism of the traditional, Staubli structure electronic Jacquard machine is mainly completed by modules. When the electromagnet is power on, it is suction, and the warp yarn is below the weft yarn. When the electromagnet is power off, it is release, and the warp yarn is above the weft yarn. A large amount of plastic is used in the modules, and plastic is quite sensitive to temperature. That is, the operating temperature is the main factor affecting the normal operation of the modules. The modules are very delicate, and high or low temperatures will cause the modules to work abnormally. When suction, the electromagnet power on, the electromagnet suction force plays a major role. When release, the electromagnet power off, the spring plays a major role. Usually, release abnormalities are more likely to occur at high speeds, and suction abnormalities are more likely to occur at low speeds. The force of the electromagnet depends mainly on the current of the electromagnet coil. Usually the modules use constant voltage power source, which means that it mainly depends on the equivalent resistance of the electromagnet coil. Usually the electromagnet coil is wound by enameled wire, and its main material is copper. That is to say, the equivalent resistance of the electromagnet coil is affected by working temperature. Working temperature of the module mainly depends on the ambient temperature and the temperature rise generated when the module is working. The temperature rise generated when the module is working mainly depends on the power on angle of the electronic Jacquard machine. In addition, the heat generated by CL cards will also affect the working temperature of the modules. The release abnormality is essentially that the moving iron on the right side of the above picture cannot action in time under certain abnormal conditions. For example, the moving iron has a delayed reaction due to the viscosity of grease or dust. Usually grease, lubricating oil, is applied to the outside of the module, which may vaporize at high temperature and enter the interior of the module. In summary, the working temperature is the main factor affecting the normal operation of the module. And the working temperature is related to the power on angle, fabric, design file, heating of the CL cards, etc. The expected height of lifting knife is slightly different for different working temperatures, working speeds, fabrics, design files, etc. Therefore, it is necessary to obtain the predetermined value of the height of lifting knife by free tool software. The key is that the measurement accuracy of the electronic Jacquard machine distance meter is not more than 0.1 mm, and the predetermined value of the height of lifting knife can be set. The addition of third-party forces to traditional modules will completely change the underlying logic of the needle selection mechanism. For example, similar to YH918 system. For details, please watch the relevant video. Please, let us know if you have any doubts. We are willing to provide free technical support. At the same time, we learn from engineers. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.